Binance, the largest exchange in the world, basically just announced support for Bitcoin NFTs, or otherwise known as Bitcoin Ordinals. So in this video, we'll be getting into all the details and the supported collections and what this means for Bitcoin Ordinals. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right in. So as your host here, Kyle Wilson, and here on Twitter, we announced that Binance is launching their Bitcoin NFT Marketplace, or aka Ordinal Marketplace, on their platform, and all you need is a Binance account. Obviously, Binance is the biggest exchange in the world, or at least generates the most hype as well. And you can see some of these supported collections that will be popping up at first on their marketplace. Here is a graphic, and as well, we'll be getting into the article that they just launched here. And it says, users will now be able to buy, deposit, withdraw, and list NFTs from the Bitcoin network on the Binance NFT Marketplace directly from a Binance account. Users are not required to have a separate BTC wallet. By holding Bitcoin or any token in their spot wallets, users can trade NFTs on the Binance NFT Marketplace. They do have some rewards and things like that for people that are basically trading on their platform. We're not going to get into that. You can see here the supported collections on their platform, as we already mentioned. You got the Bitcoin Bandits, Frogs, Pizzas, Punks, Wizards, Block Legends, BTC Gods, BTC Machines, Clay Pepes, Doge Punks, Inscribed Pepes, Jomo Hippo, Nakamoto Whales, Neo Yato, NPC Ordinals, Ords Heroes, Pixel Pepes, Pixel Bird Sparrow, Satoshi Monkey Business, Block Munchers. So you can see a lot of the OG collections there, or some of the most hyped Ordinal collections as well. And again, we've been talking about BTC machines quite a bit. This is one of my favorite personal projects, and I own quite a few of the Ordinals in their project myself. I almost got into Bitcoin Frogs as my first Ordinal collection, but they ran up. Unfortunately, was going to pick them up for like $50 to $80, and they ran up to literally $800 in like a day. It was insane. And so anyways, those are some of the most obviously notable ones there. We're going to take a look here at the marketplace, kind of what that looks like. You can see there are multiple tabs if you never use Binance NFT Marketplace. Obviously, to have a Binance account, you're going to have to be not in the US, right? And you can see here they have BNB Chain, Ethereum, Polygon, and Bitcoin, or at least from my knowledge, using their marketplace. I don't know if you can have a Binance account if you're in the US, but if you're worldwide, you'll more than likely have access to this. But again, here you can see the different collections here. You do need to click here on the Bitcoin tab, but they also have the other, blockchain support there in terms of Polygon and Ethereum and BNB. And this is kind of what it looks like here. Now, I wish they would have a little bit here more, they have a trending and top tab, but I wish the, default tab wasn't necessarily trending, but some of the top collections or curated, or even just a list of some of the notable ones here. So again, if you click on this and go to, swap back between the tabs, it's going to default to all. So you do need to keep that in mind, and then click on Bitcoin once again. So Block Legends, again, it's got the order. And if we click view all, it's just going to take us to all collections, and we have to re-click on the Bitcoin tab. But this is still exciting nonetheless, because obviously this could create a more liquidity and other exchanges to really start buying up some of the supply on some of these projects, at least as what I heard in some of the spaces, rather, is some of these exchanges need some of these listings here, right? They need these this liquidity on their marketplace. So what they're going to do is go buy some of these collections up to list on their marketplace and all that stuff. That could cause a supply crunch, if you will. So again, that's something to monitor, and maybe that's already played out and happening on some of these top collections here. But again, that is something to look out for. In the macro, we have some news as well from some support from Ordinals as well across different platforms. Now, I know Ledger's been in the news recently. Don't need to go into that. If you know, but Sheet Food from Magic Eden said, if you got compromised, yada yada, doesn't matter if it's any of those hot wallets. And then he mentions Ledger. It says when Ledger interaction or integration with Xverse app. Now, Xverse is a Stacks and Bitcoin wallet that also has support for Bitcoin Ordinals as well, and Ledger said stay tuned. So it does look like Ledger is going to possibly integrate Ordinal support into, or at least Xverse support into their hardware wallet. So that is something to kind of get excited about. Again, if you're into that, Ledger being in the news lately did create a lot of buzz there. You know, is it bad? Is it not? I don't know. You comment below, but it is support in the macroverse of Ordinals. So that is something to also keep in mind. And we're seeing a lot of that, right? Unisat partnering with OKX, and I think Huobi or some other exchange in terms of their indexing and things like that. Of course, OKX, obviously, I believe adding Ordinals. Again, there's a lot of stuff here we're tweeting about on my Twitter. So if you're not over there, I literally tweet this stuff out faster than I'm able to put out videos. So you definitely want to give me a follow over there on Twitter. So that's going to be Tiger Wilson with 2 L's in my last name on Twitter. And anyways, shout out to all the people that have been following me over on Twitter. Thanks for all the new followers here on the channel as well. Much appreciated, Ordinal fan, NFT fam, and Web3 fam. So without further ado, that's really all I got for this video. Be sure to stay safe out there, and be sure you don't fall victim to these scams. That is one thing that we're kind of seeing in the space, is more of these kind of, you know, fly-by-night projects popping up. So you do want to, this is what I kind of said here is, you know, find the good projects, you know, do your research and basically mine these projects that are obviously legit. Again, BTC machines is one of my personal favorites. I'm not saying you should get into it, but you're seeing, you know, Bored Ape Yacht Club holders like Von Doom buy, you know, some of these BTC mutants and things like that. Again, a lot of alpha here on my Twitter. Now, definitely don't mimic what I'm doing. I'm just putting out some of this stuff so you guys can go out and do your own research on some of this stuff. Again, there's a lot of cool collections out there and a lot of serious founders and serious, you know, builders in the space that have some of these collections and things like that. So you definitely want to pay attention to that. Again, this is some of the, you know, this is some new projects and new things happening on Bitcoin, which I find very exciting. And one of those things was MXRC. It was hyped up and launched on Luminex and got botted. So that kind of goes to show you how early we are and how, you know, these platforms have to build the tools and resources to mitigate these types of liabilities like bots and things like that. But it is interesting and it is exciting nonetheless, but you do have to be safe and careful out there. So just be sure you're doing all of that. But that's all I got for this one. Much appreciated. Be like an Ordinal, be like a stamp, be like an NFT, be authentic. I'll catch you later. Peace.